Disabled and suffering, waiting and wondering. Imagine being sick, and the only way to get better is to receive an organ transplant. Imagine waiting day after day, week after week, month after month, even year after year. Imagine being one of the 112,000 people on that transplant list. What could change this wait? I believe that educating people on organ donation could change this wait. According to Donate Life's website, there are currently 112,178 patients waiting for organs. 1,746 are pediatric patients. In the year 2010, there were 28,665 organ transplants performed, with 14,510 organ donors. Organs can be donated from a deceased person, and in some cases, even from a living donor. A living donor can give a kidney, a portion of the liver, a lung, and even the pancreas. A deceased donor can give a kidney, pancreas, liver, heart, lungs, and testicle organs. Other items are the cornea, heart valves, tendons, ligaments, even skin and bone. Organ donation is something that many people tend to think about on a daily basis. I myself have been, unfortunately, on both sides of organ donation. My 7-year-old niece was suddenly killed as she was run over right in front of me. They were able to save her organs thanks to a choice that she herself had made about a week prior to the accident. They were able to save her organs, and she helped save the lives of many people. We have not met the families or the recipients, but we do know that a little girl received her heart and someone has her eyes. I know that they used everything they possibly could use from her. On the other side of organ donation, we just recently found out that my mother is in need of a liver transplant. We are waiting to be placed on that transplant list. For this, we will be going to St. Louis. They say that 80% of all organs are donated within the same geographical area. This is partly due to the time frame that it takes to harvest the organs and to get to the hospital. I do think that there needs to be a greater effort to educate people on the importance of organ donation. People are scared because there are so many myths surrounding the whole process. Let's look at some of those myths that I have found on MTS, which is Missouri Transplant Services website. The biggest myth is that a person thinks that they do not need to let their family be aware of their wishes. They think by simply checking the box on the back of their license that makes them an organ donor. You need to discuss this with your family and let them know. By the time your doctor sees the back of your license or your will is read, it is too late to save your organs and or your tissue. Another myth is that a person may think that they're too sick or too old to donate. Any person can be a potential donor, regardless of age, race, or even medical history. Some people think that if you donate that you cannot have an open casket. Open caskets are possible. The organ donors are treated with care, dignity, and respect. Money would be another myth. People think that they cannot afford to be a donor. There is no financial cost to you or to your family. All costs of the organ donation are covered by the Organ Procedure Organization. So there is no cost to you or your family. I recently watched the movie Fifth Quarter and was impressed with how organ donation was portrayed. Luke Abati was a 15-year-old who made a decision to donate his organs when he got his driver's permit. He then shared that decision with his mother on his way home that day. Little did they know how shortly of a time that they had before that they would be put into that situation. He became a victim of reckless driving. He accepted a ride home from football practice from a fellow student and crashed into an embankment going 90 miles an hour. 5 patients received organs from Luke Abati. One recipient was characterized in the movie. Her name was Casey Towers. At the time, Casey was 20 and had a newborn baby girl. She received her heart, which was Luke's, on her daughter's first birthday. She waited for that heart only 1 month. Casey wrote to the Abati family while she was still in recovery, and she waited 2 years before she received that letter back from that family. There is an organ donation protocol that states that organs, donors, and recipients cannot communicate without using a go-between. After both families agreed to meet, the Abatis flew out to meet the Towers, her children, and her parents. Casey is now 25, Her daughter Kaylee is 6, and she now has a son Christopher, who is 5. I urge you to please think about organ donation and discuss it with your family. If this is something that you choose to be part of, please make your wishes known while you are alive. Please choose to donate life. Organ donation is something that you should not be scared of. Let's choose to help those 112,000 people on the waiting list. If it is your time to leave the world, then let's leave behind something great. You can find more information at donatelife.com or the MTS website, Missouri Transplant Services. They do have a local office here in Springfield, Missouri. Thank you.